Fade in.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Friday. Oh, wait, that's leftover from last night. All right. Anyway, welcome to the Friday pre-flight. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. For those of you who joined us from Midnight's Edge in the morning, and for those of you who are watching this on the replay, thank you. I know the audience will grow as that show over there starts to wrap up. And yeah, we're going to talk about some things that maybe many of you have already seen. And for those of you on your cellular devices tapping away on those heart emojis, thank you for that. I'm not sure that drives interaction, but it really does look cool on the chat, by the way. So if you can do that, that's cool as heck. Yeah, and we're going to start adding some more emojis for members end of this week. So hopefully I can get all those up and get them approved by tomorrow. And we'll have some more stuff. We've got a member stream coming up. I'll put that in the community tab for those of you that are members. We're going to try and get a high roller stream together here. Maybe we can get Mexican Iron Man to actually show up to one of those things. We definitely need a Mexican Iron Man inspired Fanta emoji on this channel. I got to work on that. Maybe it'll be a wine thing or something. We'll see. We'll get to that too. What else is happening here? I don't know. Lots of great stuff. I mean, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be conducting an interview after this show. Right after this show, obviously not live. Pre-recording an interview with the wonderful creator of the Gordon fan film. It's really, really, really well done. I will, of course, in addition to promoting that, I'll leave the link to it in the description below here later today. But once I record that and get the interview edited, then I will post it and promote the heck out of it, because the work that was done on that Batman film, that Batman inspired black and white film called Gordon, is just spectacular. Well, there's just the quality there is unparalleled. So feeling pretty good about that. Let's see. Anything else? No. I tell you what, I'm not feeling good about the future of the MCU. I'm not feeling good about the future of the MCU. I don't know about you, but the quality has been dwindling for a long period of time. I vented my spleen quite a bit last night on the Thursday Throwdown on Comics Division's channel, and again today on Midnight's Edge in the morning. and I'm trying to come up with a way to do a review um, for a video for the channel, that is able to I don't know, actually convey my thoughts on the Ant-Man film specifically. It was it was not good. It was not good. But interestingly enough, it's had a lot of press pushing it, for lack of a better way to say things. Um, it hasn't had good spin. You have an opening of $17.5 million. And the only claim to fame it has is it's ahead of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I wonder if that's true when you adjust it for inflation. It's certainly considerably behind the most recent Woke Forever film. I mean, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But I don't know. I'm also not certain that I'm particularly enjoying any of the actors' performances in promotion of this film, not just in the film itself, but in promotion of this film, because I've seen a little bit of a clip here or there of people talking about this film, and it's not really good. It's not really good. I don't know what to say about this other than it was terrible. Looking at this, you can see that Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania's Thursday came in at 17.5 million per Disney. That's 500,000 ahead of Guardians of the Galaxy in previews in 2017. So adjusted for inflation, this thing is still behind Guardians of the Galaxy 2. See, this is where we need to pay attention. 2017, we didn't have the rampant inflation that we've had for the last couple of years. This thing is well behind. If you adjust for inflation, well behind Guardians of the Galaxy. So I guess the figure's also ahead of previews for last year's The Way of Water. Well, The Way of Water is a different film. Didn't start out great. It's James Cameron, so it had some legs. I don't know. Jurassic World Dominion finished at 18 million for its preview on a $145 million opening. You had $134 million opening for Way of Water. And of course, you had the big opening for Top Gun Maverick at 19 million and 127 million 3-day. We're going to have to see where this finishes, but I don't have high hopes. Ragnarok came in at $15 million Thursday, also from 2017, also not adjusted for inflation. They're really, really, really trying to prop this film up. I am not sure it's going to meet the expectations that they need it to, and it certainly isn't anything that I think would be great for starting off Phase Dive. I'm going to keep calling it that because Phase 5 is not accurate. This is like out of phase. The phaseless. This is the phaseless films. We started with Phase 4 in the phaseless universe, or faithless universe. Probably be better. But that's just my perspective. I want to dive into Ant-Man a little bit more as we get started. But let's say hi to each and every one of you as we get going. I know a lot of you probably want to get my perspective on Picard, and I feel it would be unfair for me to talk at all about it because I haven't seen it. Outside of trying to get through the first season of Picard, and knowing full well that it got even worse in season 2, I checked out of Star Trek. Done. I don't care if a new movie comes out. None of that stuff. Doesn't really matter to me. And I want to say thank you to Tender Warrior 68 for gifting 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that, Tender Warrior. I appreciate it. For those of you who just gifted those memberships, welcome. Congratulations. We have Tenebra, Humor and Waffles, Martin Vasquez, and Weatherman. Oh, excellent. And of course, Reverend Jim. And again, somebody is tapping the heart little button on the icon thing. Thank you for doing that. I think that's a cool feature. It's weird. I thought that was only associated with TikTok, but then again, YouTube, for whatever reason, is trying to become TikTok. So I don't know. We got a member chat from Larry saying, 2 years, baby. Proud to be a member. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you, my friend. It says, hail, chat and CC. Best wishes for many years of success for you and this channel. Well, thank you for that. And for those of you tapping the icons on the phone, that is pretty cool. I love it because every once in a while I'll look over there and it's like, woo. Anyway, you guys are killing it. I really do appreciate it. You're amazing. I can't say enough positive and thankful things to you all. But let's say hi to y'all. Lord Thoth is here. Y Destroyer is here. We've got Captain Phantom Nerd here. We've got CC Karaoke, great mods like Darren Hughes out there, and of course Lord Thoth and Captain Phantom, who I already mentioned. We got Mr. Shirt here, who's also a great mod. Look at all the mods. Trinoculus P joins us. Good to see you. Lost 30 minutes of this contract job. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Let's see. We got Mutant Bam Hammer's like fade in. Yeah, we decided to fade in. Am I echoing? Or no? Hey, Pinochet's Helicopter Tours is here. Hey, Floral's here. What's up, Floral? Good to see you, buddy. Master Shadow Dragon is here. My buddy Eric K is here. Great humans like Sean E-Step are here. Pinochet's Helicopter Tours is here. Shrap 3D is here. Escapegoat is here. Love it. I think I said hi to Olaf already, but hi, Olaf. Man. Larry, Tenebra, and Afternoonino. Once again, thank you, Tender Warrior 68 for the gift of memberships. Eric K for $2. Let's get to it. Hey, Turo's here, by the way. So Humor and Waffles, I think. Beesman's here. Look at all these amazing human beings. Snowdub's here. Good to see you, buddy. Snowdub is a wonderful co-host on the Late Night Culture Show. Check out all the things Snowdub's doing, including playing Ghost of Tsushima right now on his channel. So I love it. Fanta Culture, are you staying hydrated? Yes, of course I am. Right now, coffee. Coffee is my nectar of life, folks. Let me tell you. Channel Surf, good to see you. Lots of folks are here. Hey, Sunny Sunflower is here. Hemorrhoid Hurts is here. Let's see. Tenebra. Also, now every female character in the MCU can make a Quantum Hubble Iron Man armor variant teleprompter with a box of scraps in a cave. Well, there you go. Oh, there's Dapper Bard. What's going on? I think I said hi to Commander Itzdraker Shadow. We got our friend Nearsighted Cyclops. Jeremy Warney's here. What's up? And Jack Tar Lad. What's up? What's up? That's cool. We got Eric K again for $2 saying, how do I keep ending up here? Well, you're a good friend of mine, Eric K. I love you, man. Can't wait to see you in next few weeks. Next few weeks. Coming up in Vegas. Vegas is coming up faster than you think. Yeah. Rob is here. What's up, Rob? I think, has anybody seen Kip Ellis? I haven't seen Kip in a while. I got KC Charlie Chats here with an awesome avatar. Love it. Hail to you, my friend. Let's see. Gojira Star. What's going on? I love that. Oh, wait. Me and Bammer says, so what I'm gathering, Ant-Man 3 reviews, Phase 4 continues to bore. Yeah. It's supposed to be Phase Dive, though. Not good. Hey, there's Kip. What's up, Kip? You guys are fantastic. Hey, Jesse's here. Blackie is here. Listening at work. All right, brother. Well, work away. All right, so here we go. Let's get to it. We got a couple of member chats from Captain Phantom Nerd. A fun and fantastic Friday. It will be. It will be. And Kip Ellis says, hail, CC. Hail. I love the member chats. They're cool. I can actually see them. 25 months, you guys. For those of you who've been here that long, I appreciate you. I really, really do. Amazing. Red Terror. 1978 says, hail. Hail to you. Check out that avatar. I love all these avatars. You guys have a solid avatar game. Maestro Kai is here. Hello. Hello. Good to see you. All right, let's get into it. Back at it. Oh, Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. All right. Oh, you guys are distracting me. Everybody's popping in. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it. So, like I said, I went and saw Ant-Man. There were 26 people in my theater. It could not possibly have been more boring. To say the least. Script doctor in Midnight's Edge in the Morning said that he could have cut out an hour of it. I was a little more gracious and saying the film could have been 86 minutes in length, and it still would have been a film. There was no reason to keep us for 2 hours and 5 minutes. The end credit scenes weren't really terribly worth it, but still, the first one was probably the best part of the film. Yeah. Rob Alta says Walls driving CC Hale. Let's go to it. Sorry, trying to get this on the screen. There it is. Quantumania buzzes to 41 million plus global through first 2 days. Look at how carefully this is being put together and crafted. They're doing this on purpose, trying to convince everybody that this is a blockbuster a weekend and this is a film that's going to do it. I don't think so. And again, they've already carefully orchestrated a narrative around Jonathan Majors as Kang. You know, this is big Kang. Well, that's because it's the last thing they have to hang their hat on. And it's not very good. Not very good. Not a good thing to hang your hat on. At least as far as I'm concerned. Jake D is here. What is up, man? I have not seen you in so long, brother. It's good to see you, man. Miss you. Miss hanging out. Mazit Wazad is here saying, suffering through Ant-Man so we don't have to. Boy, did I. So there was re-education. Why any movie is made. There you go. Yeah. A scapegoat indeed. What's up, Dragon Master 360? There's the stabby Sherry, or the lovely Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. She's awesome. Great memes, by the way, last night. Ironcaster is here. They only had Kang and the post-credit tease for the next product. Yeah. Let me tell you, that second post-credit tease is for Loki. Who cares? Seriously, I know Tina does. Tina, I love you. I'm glad you're enjoying this stuff, but man. Anyway, so 41 million global, right? So it buzzed into 43 overseas markets starting Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday pulled in 23.8. With domestic strong, and was going to lift the Clume to a running 41.3. The first 2 days put the threequel 68% ahead of the original Ant-Man and 1% above Ant-Man and Wasp. And again, adjusted for inflation, it's a dead heat. This is a thing they're not telling you, right? They haven't included any China numbers yet. Okay. We'll have to see where this all falls. I have zero. I think the more and more people that start paying attention to what we're doing here, talking about this film, the fewer and fewer people will make it to the box office. Radioactive is here. What's going on? Let's see who else popped in. A couple other folks. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But again, the numbers aren't there. Disney started phase 5 with the smallest possible excursion into the multiverse, which is already dead. I don't care about it. I'm not interested in it. The timeline shenanigans are garbage. The fleet of Kangs that we're about to be on the receiving end of are disinteresting. Whether or not the Kang in this last film will make a reappearance, I don't know. I'm not going to go heavy on the spoilers, but I'm just going to say it's just not there, right? And then what are they going to chase this with, right? You have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I mean, that's like, the last gun. That's it. What else is left? Well, Believe it or not, what's left is a film that they just pushed back again. It's the film that nobody asked for, nobody wanted. And honestly, the actress who plays the primary character questions her own existence. I'm talking about the Marvels. This got pushed back to November. Haunted Mansion is getting moved to late July. Why are they doing this? In addition to, well, obviously, there's some fine tuning being done and some reshoots being rumored and things like that around this film. But it was supposed to be here on July 28th, and now it's being pushed to November. And they're making arguments for that. They're making arguments for that. They're saying it's a prime place for MCU titles like Thor Ragnarok and Doctor Strange. Is it really? Oh man. So the original film made $1.1 billion, although there are people still out there in the world saying this didn't really, blow up their skirts, and perhaps this was artificially supported by part of the marketing budget. If so, they wasted a boatload of money trying to artificially prop this thing up. Not that the artificial nature of propping it up was not contributed to by the fact that it was in between the two most important films in the MCU. Had this film not been put where it was, it probably wouldn't have made more than $700 million, and probably wouldn't have made it so we didn't get another one of these pieces of dung. It's very strange. It is very, very strange hiding it. Hey, what's up, Andy? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. And yeah, read by nature, Loki's creepy relationship with his variant sister. Yeah. It's very, very weird. They're taking Love Thyself in a very, very disturbing direction. Thank you for the hearts in the chat, guys. That was really cool. For those of you who are on mobile and you're able to do that, that's really neat, by the way. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Little smiley faces and stuff. Sunny Sunflower asks, are they culling the woke? Maybe. Hard to say, though. I think they're going to try to disguise it more, but let me tell you, if their idea of disguising it more was what we just saw in Ant-Man, they're not doing a very good job, because it was not subtle. Not in any way. And not only that, every time you do this, you are destroying a cohesive story. There's nothing compelling about socialism, communism, neo-Marxism, right? They're all destructive forces. You are literally destroying your films to promote destructive forces in the world. That's stupid. Just pulling my own hair out. Sorry. But that's dumb. And they've been doing that forever. It's insane. Hemorrhoid hurts. Not exactly thrilled about that. Yeah, I hear you. More delays could mean more budget going up. I love to see the budget on this Master Shadow Dragon. I guarantee you, this budget's dumb. They're spending way too much on these films, and they're doing it in an effort to clean them up. But look, you got Haunted Mansion going into July. It was going to go out in August, so it's only moving up 2 weeks. Not that big a deal, but they are moving it. Oh my gosh. You got the new Hunger Games film going in November. You got Trolls 3 opening in November. You got Legendary's Dune Part 2 opening in November. This Marvel's film is going to be destroyed by all the other competition it has. The previous Haunted Mansion in 2003 made $182.2 million worldwide. I don't know. So you're going to have, it's still going to be, Haunted Mansion still be competing with Barbie and Oppenheimer, though. So it doesn't look super good. You know what? You're right, Maestro Kai. Jennifer Lawrence was the first female Kang, indeed. MC dead, yeah. So is DC, by the way. Deceased. We've got Red Terror 1978 saying, my 9 and 12-year-old sons can't sit through these movies now. They get so bored, but they claim these are family movies. We always go to the Sonic movies. It's a good choice. We got to do more. We have to do better. We need to make our own stuff. That's what we got to get back to. And again, I love what Eric July is doing. I know there's a couple other projects out there in the world. I'm doing an interview with somebody who did something about this that, again, I'm going to edit and I'll get out there in form of a video, hopefully by Monday. Somebody who made an incredible film called Gordon. It's a Batman fan film, and it is perfect. If you were going to do little vignettes and shortened fan films, this is the perfect version of that. And I can't wait to talk about it. So be on the lookout for that interview on Monday, my friends. Let's see. Although Thanos was only really good in Infinity War, he at least wasn't undermined by being made to look like a goofy failure in each preceding appearance. That's right. Look, each version of King that we've seen has been not good. And I'm not saying anything about the actor. The actor is fine. Jonathan Majors is fine. Whether or not he has the gravitas to play Kang is a conversation that will be had for the rest of Phase Dive. Whether or not he's able to completely divide up all the different personalities of Kang is not something we can talk about immediately. So far, I'm unimpressed, but the critics are impressed, and that's the only thing that they have been holding in high regard as far as this film goes. They're artificially propping up Jonathan Majors' Kang. Why? They have to keep Kang up and going because Kang is Phase 5. This multiverse thing is all they've got. Ironcaster's going to go see Shazam too. By the way, here's the interest, just a few notes from the film yesterday. I keep saying this, but there were only 26 people in my showing in a theater that could easily seat way more. 150, 250, 300 seats in that theater. That was huge. I was in a huge theater. I was in a row all by myself with 20 some with 20 some seats. So I mean, it's a massive theater. Massive. I had a recliner, the whole 9 yards, right? Beautiful high-end audio, the whole nine. There's 26 people in there to see this film. Now, mind you, it was early in the day. It's a preview, quote unquote, a Thursday release. So, maybe that had some influence there. But I'll tell you, I've been to lots of previews before of more popular films that I knew would be blockbusters. The theaters are packed that early. So why wasn't the theater packed for Ant-Man? All right. Again, it's a stadium style reserve seating theater. It's not a cheap theater. I was subjected to a lot of previews, and this is what reminded me here, Ironcaster. I got to see the Shazam 2 trailer on the big screen, the new one. Do I care? No. It didn't increase my desire to see this film or not. What it did is reinforce the idea that despite how much I love Helen Mirren, Dame Mirren, she's not intimidating in any way. Just not. She's better off in like films like Red and stuff like that, where she doesn't have to like put on the intimidating cloak, because she's not. So in that, it just that seeing that trailer on the big screen just reinforced that for me. I'm going to keep going. Creed 3 wasn't very interesting to me. Indy 5 trailer was the same one we saw around the Super Bowl. It's garbage. It looks actually worse on the big screen, in my opinion. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which again, while I'm going to go see, I already know is going to further tear apart anything that anybody enjoyed about the MCU, but that's just me. What's up there, Grim? Good to see you, bud. Let's see what you guys have to say. Have any of you seen this film? Because based on the Midnight's Edge in the morning stream, not a lot of people had seen it, and 92% of the people that answered that poll over there aren't going to see it. I don't blame them. Looks bad. Hey, Zaj Melody is here. Radioactive's here. Mirasphere's here. What's up, buddy? Rob Alta says, yeah. Part 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, nothing new. Yeah. Speaking of which, I did also see the other preview I didn't even mention was the new Fast Film X. Bummer. That's up, Parrot Head. Guys, yeah, let's punch that like button. If you guys are here, there's 60 some of you here right now, and I know the audience continues to grow. Hit that like button, please. It really does help out. And for those of you watching on the replay, hit the like there too, please. Thanks. Oh, turn on notifications. And if you're not subscribed, if this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, please. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's do this. Disney artificially props up their shill critics. Yeah, well, they've been doing that for a long time. And again, I mean, I signed up fully for a Rotten Tomatoes account, and I am going to start writing reviews there, and you will see culture reviews from CultureCasino on Rotten Tomatoes, and I am going to just hammer away. Hey, Culture, today is a big day for Universal. Guess you know why. Yep, that's right. Super Nintendo World is officially open. Good for you, man. Yep. Go check it out. It is, let me tell you, the one in Asia is amazing. You can watch all of the first-person POVs on the attractions in the entire land on YouTube, which is cool if you're part of the theme park community. Wait until it's open in Florida. Florida will be the blockbuster of all when Epic Universe opens, along with Super Mario, the Ministry of Magic, and the Universal Monsters area. Gonna be cool. Very excited for that. Yep, I do have a Rumble channel. I'm gonna be working with Brahma Bull, my buddy Brahma Bull, on trying to get that so I can live stream over there. And then I may be doing my Rumble only content as well. We'll see. Lean deeply into that. Yeah, look at all the nopes in the chat. Nope, not gonna see it, not gonna see it, not gonna see it, not gonna see it. Haven't seen it. Nope, no plans to see it. Good gracious. Killing off popular characters drives fans away. That's true. Still haven't seen the last Tiny Man. Yeah. Tetris movie is going to line Apple's pockets for a good while. I think it's very appealing, no doubt about it. Executive producer Sol Leibowitz says Helen Mirren was good in Caligula, and the cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover, but not just for her acting. Well, of course not. Jeez. Oh my God, you need to see the Friday Night Tights thumbnail. Chris Gore in Slave Leia outfit. Wow. All right, let me take a look. You got me curious. You got me curious. Oh my. Oh, poor Chris Gore. Oh, poor Chris Gore. Oh. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. That is not a good look, Chris. That is not a good look. But whew. All right. Well, thank you for that. I can never unsee it. Neither can y'all. Thor 4 premiere was 29 million. Ant-Man premiere is 17.5. What does that tell you, Victor Fontaine? Artificial fluff and hype. Indeed. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with you guys. You're chatting away. The lovely shirt says, I saw it. I wasted time, but I had nachos. Well, there you go. I need people to go to films with. I really do, because I think it would help. It would help my demeanor when I leave the theater, because I've seen so many very poor films. I need somebody to commiserate with. Maybe I should stop at the bar on the way home from stuff, because it's bad. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. I've been praying for you, dear. Praying for you. And it was the real Chris Gore. Yeah. Back in the day. I'm having nachos tonight, says Floral. Awesome. Love it. CC, read faster. All right. Yeah, drinking definitely helps. Indeed. Ooh. Nachos does sound good. I'm having tacos for supper tonight. Normally Friday's a steak night, but yeah, steak pizza. But tonight's going to be tacos. Steak or pizza. Darth Plato's here. What's up? Eric K is promoting that. Thank you for promoting the Rumble channel, Eric K. You are amazing. You guys are incredible. Nachos are in queue for tomorrow. Look at you guys. Look at you guys. All right. We're going to keep going because believe me, this rabbit hole does not end here. The long range projections are always something fun to talk about. And whatever you think of Box Office Pro, at least they get real close on their numbers. Their modeling actually works pretty decently for the most part. They do occasionally get things grossly wrong from time to time, but it's not always right. And I think they're wrong here because I think that Cocaine Bear is going to knock the socks off of the theaters. I think it won't be on enough screens. I think they're going to realize that they kind of are stumbling into this one. And the public interest in this film, word of mouth wise, is insane. It's insane. The pros are obviously the social media buzz has ignited it. So obviously it looks amazing. The trailer is incredible. It's an R-rated comedic approach to something that is incredibly attractive to people. So it's an adult film, which is, I think, what is artificially holding the projections down, along with the fact that it's opening 1 week after Ant-Man and Wasp and 1 week before Creed. The fuse on this may be fairly short unless word of mouth exceeds expectations, which I have to tell you, it will. It will. Oh, by the way, I did kind of a video on this that I ended up, I think, either taking down or turning monetization off for, because even though I use stills, they still claimed it, which I'm like, you guys super suck rocks, right? So I tell you what, I'm going to stop promoting films on my channel that have, people who are, actively blocking my ability to cover them and promote them myself. That's garbage. Anyway, looking at this, as we scroll down, here's Cocaine Bear. They're only projecting its opening weekend at $7 to $12 million. Do you think that it's going to make $7 to $12 million? I think it will. You can watch adult films. That's just true. At home for free. That's right. Cocaine Bear. Don't coke the bear. There you go. There's a ton of ads for this on YouTube. You see? And Michelle's like, I hear so much about this movie from all of you. I want to see it. Yes, Michelle. Yes. Indeed. I'm not worried about getting claimed, guys. I don't care. Put Charlie Sheen in it. He'd fit right in. Yeah, although he would have huffed any white powder on that thing. Not good. Coke in CultureCasino. There you go. 30 million. There you go. Okay, so here's the weird thing. 18 to 36 million is what they think it's going to make over the high end. You think it's only going to make that much money? Are they crazy? This is right in the cultural zeitgeist. I'm not kidding. I'm not a big fan of the Misandrous director. I'm with you there, Maestro Kai. But it's amazing. It's Ray Liotta's swan song, right? And you know what? As long as she's not writing the movie, it might be amazing. It might be incredible. It might be redeeming for here. And it's a very low projection, Lisa. Very, very low. I think it's going to open. I think Ironcast is right. I think it's going to open 30 million plus. I think it's going to open way bigger than they think, and it's going to be profitable like the first weekend, right? Just like Megan was. So I'm really excited about that. It's very weird. It's very weird. We've got yeah, what is the tone supposed to be? A TV commercial yesterday played Cocaine Bear as a comedy. It's kind of is. Very dark comedy. It looks funny as heck and completely there are scenes in it for sure that are over the top. And they are actually leaning into that on purpose. Of course, the real story isn't nearly as intriguing as this particular film because the bear didn't do any of the shenanigans we're about to see and unfortunately passed away from well the cocaine which isn't good for you. Even our friend 32 flavors of Nick Weiser here, what's up Nick, says huge indeed. uh yep, hit that like, thanks Matt G. What's up Matt G? I think culture snorted too much cocaine. No. Tender Warrior 68 says, not my kind of movie. Otherwise, I'd probably see it. Right. Exactly. And there's going to be people that are not going to be interested in this. And of course, obviously, I mean, I'm not, I definitely do not promote any kind of pharmaceutical usage. Right. That's not my jam. But, this does look like it's going to be funny. It's like a really good Saturday Night Live sketch movie, I think. At least that's what I think it's going to be. I can't wait to see it, and then I'll tell you because I'm going to review that one. I may do that right out of the theater. You might get a very low energy edit of that, but I'm pretty stoked. Pretty stoked. Let's see what else. I want to see Cocaine Bear and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. There you go. Yeah, little Dr. Hunter S. Thompson bear for you. Cocaine honey badger. That would be terrifying. Honey badgers are terrifying enough. You guys are incredible. All right, so I'm gonna steer out of the pop culture stuff for a second. We're about 42 minutes into the show. There's about 75 of you here. We've been talking about the demise of a lot of things in our sphere for quite some time. One of the things I think that is on the way out is cable news for the most part. You're still going to have some, but people are just tuning out. And there's a lot of entities out there that are superfluous. So I think that's something we'll definitely be talking about. I do want to acknowledge that Jake D, who's been a member for 26 months. Thanks, Jake D. He says Cocaine Bear looks good, stupid, fun to me. I'm expecting something fun like a Violent Night. I'm figuring on about 80 million total at the high end. Well, there you go. And Jake D's pretty good at predicting numbers for a lot of reasons. And so I'm right there with you, my friend. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to see Mario and John Wick, including me. All right, but let's get into this because obviously Chris Cuomo said some really dumb stuff earlier this week, which, I mean, look who his brother is. I mean, at a certain point, the crazy just gets out of your mouth and he just let it fly, saying some really ridiculous stuff. But the stupid does not just reside in the Cuomos. It comes out of everywhere out of CNN. CNN has been harboring the stupid for a long time, and it includes this guy right here, this news reader right here, which is probably the nicest thing I can say about him. Apparently, the CEO of CNN, Chris Licht, had to come out and call Don Lemon's comments about women unacceptable. Well, what were those comments? Well, he came out and basically said that Nikki Haley's announcement for that she was going to be a presidential contender under the GOP, basically saying that her days were behind her, et cetera, et cetera. Not saying any very much positive stuff about ladies. So Chris Licht had to come out and say that it was unacceptable. Lemon's apology was, I'm sorry that I said it, and I certainly see why people found it completely misguided. You have Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins diving into that. And of course, Nikki Haley did propose that any candidate over the age of 75 needed to take competency tests. I think that's not a bad suggestion, but it is what it is. And Lemon said that this talk about age makes me uncomfortable. He then added, Nikki Haley is not in her prime. Sorry, when a woman is considered to be in her prime is the 20s, 30s, and maybe 40s. And then he gets questioned, prime for what? Haley, who I'm not a big fan of, herself said it's always the particular group of humans, because I don't agree. I think leftists would have been a proper way to say this. Leftists who are the most sexist, I think, would have been a better way to say that. You can be quite liberal on things and not align with any of those ideas. So Lick told staffers that Lemon's remarks were upsetting, unacceptable, and unfair to his co-hosts, and ultimately a huge distraction to the great work of this organization. Well, I would like you to point out any of this great work, Chris Licht, because we haven't seen any of it. We haven't seen anything that you said you were going to do. I mean, this guy single-handedly has put the entire network, quote unquote, on alert. I'm serious. It's actually in this Variety article. Don Lemon apologized to CNN staff, call for Nikki Haley age comments, but network remains alert. Alert. This guy's been in trouble in so many different ways, right? Including, some incident in a bar, which got set aside for some reason. But it's insane. And who knows how long he's going to remain there. I suggested that both he and Mr. Potato Head exit at the same time. I'm like, you know what? Just sweep them all out. Take Jim Acosta with you, because you really don't have anybody credible in your newsroom that's news reading that anybody is going to necessarily pay attention to. And ultimately there are bigger things going on here than that. You have this, which is accurate. His apology for the Nikki Haley age remarks hints at deeper tensions. Well, of course, he was put on a morning zoo program. He was demoted. Don't let anybody fool you. Don't let his commentary on that, Chris Lick's commentary on that, or the two ladies he got saddled with distract you from the fact that he was demoted from a prime time spot to host a morning zoo that nobody is watching. Nobody. This is the lowest viewed morning show in the block. It was already the lowest view before he got there, but he didn't help it at all. In fact, on certain days, it's lower than it was under its previous iteration. Who owns CNN? Warner. You don't think Warner's looking to part ways with CNN? I think they probably are. You already saw them turn tail and run from Atlanta, abandoning their headquarters, which I believe will be done by the end of August. Crazy. Let's see what you guys are saying. Red Terror's like, no, you don't say. Well, no, I did say. Michelle's like, cable news has been on the decline for years. Cable itself is dying, with so many streaming choices and satellite offering better choices than cable. Exactly. Exactamundo. Obviously, Chris Cuomo said some dumb stuff earlier this week. No. Chris Cuomo beat him to the punch, saying that he wanted to off everybody and himself. He's talking about crazy deletions from in it's hello. Yeah, exactly. Not as dumb as that's where I was getting. Everybody's like, wait a minute, you're focusing on Cuomo. Don Lemon. That's right. LOL. Lemon is misguided way before the story. He's been misguided forever. He is, again, we are losing faith in media completely. There's none. We have never, the US actually now, the majority of adults in the United States now actually believe, and this is based on new polling from credible pollsters. CNN is one of the many that are essentially being called out for misinforming people intentionally. The majority of Americans in the United States believe that the news media, the mainstream, intentionally misinforms. And based upon everything, all the revelations made, including the stuff that was just recently in the Twitter files and all of the other gobbledygook that's been stuffed in the background, you can't argue with it. You were intentionally misinformed on a daily basis by the mainstream. And then people on other platforms, right, including this one that I'm on right now, you have those people being deplatformed for pointing out the truth and telling the truth and things like that, right? Calling it misinformation when it's not. Months later, we find out that not only was it not misinformation, it could have saved lives had you not listened to the mainstream misinformation, right? Even the government is working at odds with its own people. Look at what's happening in Ohio. Red Terror, a gay black guy putting down women. Can't even write that story. I know. It's bonkers. CNN human talks about women. CNN doesn't even know what a woman is. I know. Nimrata, thank you for that. Dude should be fired for those statements. If anyone else would have said that, you're right, Jay Price. He should have been. Again, he should have been suspended immediately, and it wouldn't be the first time in his recent tenure that he's said something questionable that got him a timeout. Where is the HR folks on this? Where is the quote unquote DEI bologna sausage, or as I call it, DIE? Because anytime you adopt any of that shit, you die. You kill off your organization. Hey, what's going on there, Mrs. Flu? Hope you're doing well, dear. CNN doesn't have any journalists on the payroll, do they? Not anymore. Not anybody that would actually do journalism. Wait, I thought Lemon was in touch with his feminine side. Oh, well, yeah. This morning, I showed a picture on the 6 Minute Daily of the three of those people together. Both women were leaning away from him in the picture. Body language is quite telling. It's insane. The two ladies he got saddled with, correction culture, those two ladies got saddled with Lemon. True, but it's not exactly like they were, I don't know, pillars of informational goodness. But I agree with you. Probably should have phrased it that way. And this is the problem, E. Clay. The story is overblown and a distraction. Yep, I agree. One of the stories I covered today on the 6 Minute Daily is the fact that there's a town in Ohio called Lima, Ohio. They work on tanks specifically, and they're a key element in the conflict going on right now in Europe, in Eastern Europe. And you know what? Why would we possibly want to create all kinds of chaos and hazard in that area? Somebody was speaking to this today, and I'm not sure if it's correct, and so I won't really get into it, but was talking about the fact that one of the places to put one of these newfangled World Economic Forum baloney sausage communist model cities, the 15-minute bullshit baloney sausage, sorry, almost cursed, would be right there, where they just essentially detonated a thing full of chemicals. I think everybody in the federal government should be getting their water bottled right there, straight from the source, and being forced to consume it until they decide that maybe we spend a few billions in Ohio, which we just turned into a chemical wasteland. Dead serious. I'm steamed. The flight log is released. It's been out there. We know who was on that plane and how many times. The first time out there, you could be forgiven. Maybe you didn't know what was going on there. Maybe you were just under the false assumption you were going to some kind of an event. Maybe you were right on the edge of being in with the elite crowd, right? The people, the influence peddlers and the influence makers. Maybe you were just on that cusp, and so you were invited to attend one of these shenanigans, right? You should never have gone back again. If you made it twice to that island and you didn't figure it out the first time you visited, heck, I don't even know that I can forgive that. The fact that you weren't calling it out. Well, these are powerful people. I don't want to lose my status. Okay, then you sacrificed your quote unquote status for the innocence of who knows how many people. Under the guise of what? Yeah, the other 26 times. If you want to be an advocate for something, if you're going to hold yourself up to a certain standard, and yes, I'm referring to this EB person to a certain extent, you want to be an advocate, you should be standing on the freaking front porch of one of these elites, showing the evidence of their crimes, talking about it nonstop, assembling a team of people to protest those individuals. Stand in front of JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley or wherever it is that we've recently had revelations through emails that this person was heavily involved in financing this endeavor. Yeah. And look, I can visit my outrage on a whole lot of subjects. Picard, I can't even bother. I'm not even look, I am no shame on anybody invested in that show. Fantastic. Hope you love it. I'm not going to dip a toe in that water until you step away from your neo-Marxism and your neo-Marxist messaging and the complete destruction of everything that created a wonderful world that we lived in. You're irredeemable. Maybe this turns around Star Trek, but there are bigger fish to fry. There are far bigger fish to fry in this world. And that's the state of it all. Because today we're supposed to be evaluating the world around us. That's what the show was titled. It was titled that for a reason. I look around and I'm subjected to all manner of distractions. One distraction per day. The reason that the 24-hour news cycle exists is because of the crappy entities like CNN who started out with all good intentions, but until they could do an outrage an hour, they were merely just a source of information. And of course, they're being capitalized on to divide everyone. CNN doesn't do a very good job of that anymore because everybody ignores them. Everybody's ignoring the mainstream. People actively mistrust it. Trust in institutions in the United States and globally is down substantially. I cover those statistics regularly on my channel. The state of the world now is stand up. Wake up, stand up, and do something. That's the world around us right now. Because if you don't, it's just going to keep going. Voters in Ohio probably should be standing at the door of the governor's mansion right now. You should have masses of humanity bottling up that water and pouring it on the lawn of the governor's mansion. That's the state of the world. That's the world around us. We can fix it. Look, everybody's waking up finally. Well, a lot of people are, not everybody. You have people who are willfully, joyfully, gleefully destroying this world, especially here in this country. Notice when they get pushed back against, they cower and run away. I'm using my channel to talk about these things, to continue to, I don't know, pontificate about what's wrong, what we can do about it. Doesn't mean that's the only thing I'm going to do. Going to get involved. I hope you are too. I hope you stay involved. We have to do something. We have to create our own culture. We have to get back to that. There's no creativity in Hollywood. They're not only are they creatively bankrupt, the only thing they have left is destruction. They're destroying. What's silly about it is everybody's a participant in their own willful destruction, and they don't see it that way. We'll be around forever. No, you won't. Anybody with any influence, anytime any of these types of culture catastrophes has occurred, like in China, anybody of any influence is killed. Look at history. Anybody who you think is going to have influence over the populace, what do? You get rid of them. Why? Well, because you don't need competition. The government hates competition. I keep saying this in various ways, and it's not wrong. The government hates competition. They do. That's why these tech companies, they flew too close to the sun. That's why you're having conversations about breaking them up into pieces. It's like Amazon, maybe they'll break them up. That's why, Google, Alphabet, maybe they'll break them up. You have subterfuge happening left and right. You have obviously the former person in charge of YouTube, Mama Susan, walking out the door. Why? Because they need somebody to go up to Capitol Hill to testify that is completely ignorant or that can feign ignorance about what they've been doing in the background as far as censorship goes. Whew. You've got lots of companies that are on the cusp of being disassembled for good reason. They never should have been the size that they were to begin with. The fact that we've spent 20 years not enforcing antitrust in this country is inexcusable. The last time we had to go through this, we had to break up a bunch of stuff, including utilities, Ma Bell, et cetera, et cetera. We got to get back to doing that. The consolidation always kills competition. It kills progress, or at least slows it down, stymies it, whatever adjective you would like to use there. I have to step away from that. And there you go. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying, because I went on for a long, long time there. But that's the world we live in, folks. We got to evaluate it. Need to do it every day. Of course, I do it primarily on the pop culture side of things, the entertainment side of things. But we have to look at the things that culture influences, which is everything else. Breitbart had it right. Darth Prado says, "Yeah, woke is just in North America." Yeah, there's a lot of other ways to disassemble countries. We're watching it being done in Brazil right now. Anytime you put those three letters next to your name, WEF, you have compromised your national sovereignty. Any leader that you support now with those letters next to them, any of the young leaders, be highly suspect of them, because they are going to put your national sovereignty in favor of a one world government. And they will bring about any change they can to make that happen, including digital ID and digital currency. What's going on, War Monkey? Look at the activists that had to apologize to JK. All it takes is pushing back. Dermy Wormy, 1,000. That's how you fight it. Push back. Stop cowering. Let's try that again. Stop waiting for somebody else to do it. Make them cower in the corner. What happened in Washington when the people started to march down the street towards their leader's home? Oh, they got their stuff stopped dang quick. Those at the mayor of Seattle. Stand up, folks, please. Yeah, we got to break up Apple. Sorry. Government is your new religion, by the way. No, it's not. I have one. You are not replacing my religion in my life. These are the words Reagan said to fear. I'm from the government. I'm here to help. No, they're not. What's up, Project Cambrian? Yep, the new guy is pro censorship. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's why it's going to be very, very important to be on multiple platforms. Yippee-ki-yay. Then again, they are government tools. Well, kind of. But they're easier to manipulate and to control as tools if they're smaller and they're not part of one entity. And they can't bribe a bunch of people in the form of lobbying. You know, that's the thing. We made a system that made bribery legal. That's what lobbying is. It's legal bribery. Influence should not be peddled. That's what lobbying is. Got to get rid of it. We also need something that I think most people would be terrified of. Term limits. But it is what it is. Sorry, folks, a little U.S. politics there. I don't normally do that. Break up Disney? Well, could happen. Should mainstream media companies be broken down? Indeed. I think the fact that they've consolidated all local news coverage in underneath just a few banners, I think that's a problem, read by nature. I think that leads to unification of coverage. We've seen it. The same message, the same statement verbatim, read by anybody with Meredith. If you remember that, the Meredith media clip. Yeah. AJ says, my son had a pediatrician deny him as a patient because we don't vaccinate. Well, then that physician actually violated their oath. Do no harm. Do no harm. You might try to sue him. Turo says, a first step would be making the uninfected good companies aware of the possible infiltration by activists. Well, hey, we just saw a primary example of that. Again, evaluating the world around us. We just saw that happen. We saw that happen with a medical advocacy group and Project Veritas. 2 in the same week. Project Veritas being undermined, that would be a terrible, terrible blow. But at least we're all aware of what's going on, and we could follow James wherever he goes and support him. It's one of the reasons why, to a certain extent, I fall in line with some of Crowder's thinking, not all of it, when it comes to the big con. I'm not really comfortable with what these large entities are doing that are supposedly, waging war on our behalf, but they're not. And again, I'm not really a conservative and libertarian, but you understand my point. Controlling things in life is a full-time job, and sooner or later it slips through your fingers. Exactly. So we have to eliminate the opportunity for somebody to control your freedom. Senator Tuberville put forth a bill for term limits. A lot of people have over time, Jay Price. The problem is that it's got to get through all those people who don't want term limits. And it's got to be signed by somebody who was in government their entire life and was able to profit from it and become a criminal entity in and of itself. Red Bull CEO saw this coming and summarily fired 2 executives who championed DIE initiatives. There you go. That's what you have to do. DIE is a poison pill for anything, government and corporations alike. Because if you aren't, do you know all you have to do to make sure that you're doing your very best for humanity? Just follow the current laws when it comes to discrimination. If you don't have discriminatory practices in your business, the rest of that stuff is baloney sausage. Setting up quotas doesn't make anything better. In fact, in a lot of cases, usually lands you in worse circumstances. Look at the guy they put in charge of transportation and transportation safety and all the other things, all the important vital infrastructure. Where the flip is this guy? Marxism is tailored by country. This is true. It looks different in each country. It's true. The thinking on this was laid out by the Italian Marxist Antonio Gramsci. Breaking cultural hegemony. Well, there you go. DEI is making money for my corporation because we create the training for it. There you go. It's a scheme. It's a lie. It's all based on lies. Can you tell I'm frustrated? It's kind of rude to be talking about other streams while you're in this one. What do you mean? What was I doing? Was I doing that? Oh, I guess FNT is starting. Well, that's fair. And we were going to have a short stream regardless, because as I said, I've got a wonderful interview coming up with the creator of the Batman film, Gordon. So if you get a chance, it is available on YouTube right now. You can definitely check it out. Probably other platforms as well. Hey, what's going on, Morgan Kane? Yeah. Oh, I know this is a long road. I know this is a long road, but you guys are here with me, right? And we grow every day. We grow in strength and support, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But I want to say thank you to my members and my mods. This week has been amazing because of all of you. You guys are incredible. And for those of you who stick it out, through this show every Friday, I appreciate it. This is fun. It's my one and only opportunity. I feel like I really get to talk to everybody solo for a while. I love doing panel shows, and the Sunday panel show will be coming back finally, as more of an interview style. And you guys are the difference makers in the world. So just keep that in mind. Like people like my good friend here, Mike, Mexican Iron Man, says, welcome to the Friday edition of our channel, Mexican Culture Casino. World Culture Casino has been placed on administrative leave due to his CIST emoji making behavior. Oh, I love you, Michael. You guys are great. Do check out the Sunday late night culture show. That'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully, in the following week, we'll be up on the Sunday Culture Review revised, which is going to be a fun little small panel show with an interviewee. I can't wait to do it. Anyway, keep your eyes open on Monday or Tuesday for the interview with the creator of the Gordon fan film for the Batman universe. Looks amazing. You guys should see it. And I want to say thanks to Magitech Mags for the super sticker, my favorite little Shiba Inu dog, for $2. Guys are amazing. Culture, I just left you a post. Would you mind reading it? If I haven't said thank you for being my friend in a while and standing by me in my choice of not getting my daughter and son the jab, You never need to say that. I want you guys to always educate yourself on everything and make decisions based on your own best interest. Because believe me, the government's rarely making decisions that are in your best interest. It's usually in the government's best interest. So there you go. All right, everybody. I'll end the show the same way I always do. And I'll see you in the other shows probably throughout the weekend. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. Remember that I have a gaming channel. I'm going to play Hogwarts Legacy on my gaming channel this weekend. And until next time, everybody. Bye.